But first, as it was reported this week that Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck spent an incredible £6.7 million on that lavish wedding of theirs. Well, if you've ever wondered how the other half really lived, then we have got the perfect guest for you.
Yeah, we have. From planning a dinner party on a Scandinavian glacier
to
working with actress Carey Mulligan, Mick Jagger, we have got party planner to the stars, Christopher Mills. He has seen and done it all. Before we talk to Christopher, let's have a look at some of his amazing work.
Everybody just have a good time. Yeah. And we gon' make you lose your mind. Everybody just have a good time. Let's go. Party rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time. Feel it, man. And we gon' make you lose your mind. We just wanna see you shake that.
Wow, these look incredible. They really, really do. Hi, how are you?
I'm really well, thank you.
So lovely to have you here. I mean, first and foremost, why, when, how did this all start for you?
Well, I've probably been planning experiences and parties for the best part of 20 years. I guess it all started really and took off when I was working at Somerset House, just over the road.
Beautiful venue.
Yeah, and I was exposed to it all. It was a massive platform for me. I was working with brands, really special people. Like, I got to work with the Rolling Stones when they did their 50-year retrospective, looking at them and their sort of life and, you know, the glitz and glamour of it all. Working with brands like Mulberry, exposed to people like Tim Walker, Tiffany, you know,
Everyone.
really, I mean, yeah, pretty
Literally.
So you were part of putting all these events together, and then at some point you must have gone, I think I could do this myself.
Yeah, and as I said, it was like a springboard, and I just thought, I can do this myself. So I launched my own brand called the Events Mill, and it took off really, really quite quickly. And I loved working rock and roll, you know, working with people on stage and screen. And then I thought, well, you know, I really want to go out there and do it myself. Yeah. And I started working with people and also really interesting brands like Warchild, and then started to work with people like Carey Mulligan, Marcus Mumford, who are their global ambassadors. Ambassadors. And started raising money for, you know, children in conflict. And it's a really rewarding and enriching job. And to be able to work with really interesting people is a real privilege.
Well, I mean, it is an interesting spectrum, isn't it? If you're raising money for charities, worthy causes, and then the other end of that spectrum is, you know, money that most of us can't even imagine spending on an event or a party. Really, really super lavish. But that must be amazing to be given that kind of budget and just go, there you go, do it.
I mean, for me, it kind of morphed from party planning to experience planning. Yeah. I mean, I've produced some incredible...
Well, we said at the start, I mean, a party on a glacier.
Party on a glacier, yeah. I mean, imagine this.
So I'm trying
to. You turn up, you get on a sledge, and you're whisked away on huskies.
Right.
Then you literally are presented with this table of ice, which has been carved from a glacier. Then you sit down and you take your dinner on the table of ice itself.
But well wrapped in lovely warm rugs and things, I'm assuming you've provided.
My work is authentic and beautiful, so it's intelligent. So it's not just a party.
What about this one you did in caves somewhere?
Oh, well, I mean, that is something else. So again, it's all adventure-based. That's why I use the word experiences. They sort of traverse parties.
So where's that? I'm trying to work out what I'm looking at.
Look at that, it's like a salt mine or something.
So Mexico. The Naka mines in Mexico.
My goodness.
So for a specialist brand who specialises in crystals. Yeah. So you're going on an adventure, basically. Yeah. So these are life-changing moments.
I mean, it is like you said. I mean, we say the term party planner. It's much more than a party. It's an experience. It really is a 360. So where do you even begin when a company would come to you, or say, for instance, like Ruth said, you know, oh, yeah, I'm a multi-billionaire, and I want to be at the bottom of the ocean and find the heart of the ocean from the Titanic. What do I do?
Well, we can talk about the Titanic in a second.
What?
Yeah, we'll come back to that. But when you are working with these people who really want experience, so experience trumps money, basically. Everybody wants an experience, and everybody's level of experience planning is different. And then the levels of money that you put associated with that. So it turns really from experience to art, and people invest in art. So when you really want to produce an experience, you are talking about a life-changing moment, and that's really where people get hooked and that's where they fall in love with the idea.
Which is wonderful, but, you know, when people are spending a lot of money, they've got very high expectations as well, haven't they? So, you know, there's the wow factor, but things must go wrong. Have you had, like, some disasters where, you know, the ice has melted or couldn't get something
Sorry, darling, the table's not there.
Sorry, the table's melted.
I mean, the clients never see it.
Right.
There's always an illusion. It's just one effect. We all know about that. You know, your legs are going like clappers.
Yeah.
But up above,
top, it's all smiles.
It's all smiles, and the client never knows. And that is something which is critically important to my work.
Well, you mentioned the Titanic. I thought you were joking, but actually you're not, are you?
No.
What happened?
For a really exclusive, I mean, this is like the epigee of the sort of services that we offer as party planners, experience planners. So we had a couple who the guy was proposing, but for his fiancée, her great grandparents were on the Titanic.
Oh my goodness!
And for the experience, I mean, this is like really far
out there. Yeah.
They have a super yacht chartered to the position, the coordinates where the Titanic sank. And so we floated a faux iceberg, and then they went down in submersibles.
They did actually go down, and he proposed down there.
He proposed, and then they were shipped to Manhattan, where all of their family were waiting for them, and they had a massive engagement party.
Wow, that is quite the experience. Well, have you had a favourite one? I've only got about 20 seconds left, but one that stands out?
One that stands out, I mean, that is pretty much, yeah.
I mean,
But I know that your birthday is coming up.
My birthday is coming up.
You know,
you're going to play me one?
I mean, I would love to.
I've got a spare €10.
I'd love to do something like a multi-sensory immersive party for you.
I'm definitely up for it.
Rylan in lights, you know.
Yes.
Do something with your passion for West Ham.
Yeah.
You know,
because I'm such a lead.
You led.
Friends and family around.
I'd love it. All right, well, look, we can talk, but like I said, budget is €10 because the exchange rate at the minute. I've got a couple of euros in my bag for Barcelona.
Sure that we could talk and maybe work something out.
Right, we'll work something out. Listen, it's such a pleasure to meet you. It
Thank
really
you,
is. Your
Christopher.
life is so interesting. It really, really is. Good luck with everything. And
Party planner to the stars, Christopher Mills. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Christopher, thank you so much.